What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all your love and support. Over 1,000 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide would not be possible without you guys. All right, today I am chatting with the CEO of Mozen Wellness, the beautiful Jessica Silverman. Hey, Jessica.
Hello, Ash. How are you? Hello, listeners. Happy to be here with you all today.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you're a busy lady, a full schedule, but time enough to chat with us.
So absolutely.
That. All right, Jessica, let the audience know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
All right. So actually, currently I live in the Bay Area, but I'm originally from South Florida via Chicago. So it's all kind of part of my story in feeling missed, right, most of my life. But now I'm currently in the Bay Area, right outside of San Francisco.
All right. So walk us through this journey, Jessica. How did you go from corporate to financial freedom?
That's a wonderful question. So actually, I've been in corporate finance for over 15 years. So just to kind of backtrack a little bit and tell you a little bit of my background. But always felt a mix. You know, I would change jobs every couple years. I remember my parents saying to me, well, you know, clearly, you know, you're just not committed, right? You're not a committed person, or why do you keep changing jobs? You're unstable, right? I'd meet with recruiters, right, as most people know in the corporate world, and it would make me feel like something is wrong with me, you know? Am I really unstable? And I'd start to question that. But as I delved on this path, and I really think I moved to San Francisco 3 years ago with my now husband. We were just dating at the time. It was always my dream to live here. I actually traveled here as an auditor for 2 weeks out of the year, and it's a feeling I can't explain. It just felt like home to me. It felt like a place where ideas are birthed, where there's possibilities beyond, right, the conventional lifestyle. And that's something that really attracted to me, right? It was just the feeling that I felt like this is the place that I need to be. So my husband and I came with nothing but a U-Haul of our stuff from Chicago. That's where I was living before here. And we moved to San Francisco. But again, I worked in corporate. I worked in venture capital. Okay, so helping entrepreneurs birth apps and all this wonderful technology that we have. But again, I was living somebody else's dream. And I just felt amidst, I definitely didn't have the freedom. It was definitely a very corporate environment where every move is being watched. And freedom is something that I crave more than anything.
Yeah.
I am a free spirit. I want to just freedom of choice, really. Freedom to do what I want when I want, but also in a way that can inspire others to live their mission, right? And that's where kind of this was all burst out. And to kind of take a long story short, what really clicked for me was listening to podcasts. So I used to commute 3 hours a day to and from, I lived in the Bay Area, so to San Francisco, to the city, 3 hours a day. And I thought to myself, I didn't move to California to this beautiful place to sit in the car, right? 3 hours a day, times 5, that's 15 hours a week. What can I do with that time? And I remember listening to a podcast, and I don't remember who even it was, but she said something so profound, and it stuck with me, that you have two choices, right? You can take a leap and do that which you have always desired to do, right? But at the end of the day, you can always go back to what you're doing, right? So if you think about it, it's truly a win-win situation. I thought to myself, you know what? I've got a few months. I just got a Christmas bonus, a few months worth of income. That's really all that I have, but I'm going to, right, throw it all in, right? Thinking of finance, right? The highest risk brings the highest reward. I'm going to throw all my chips in. I believe in myself more than, right, all of the outside forces or the mind speak that we go through, right? The who am I? You know, how can I do this? How can I make it work financially? And just to truly be attuned with my soul. And here I am, you know, 3 years later, still living it, still doing it, loving it, growing every single day. And I feel very blessed to be able to do this and to help others do the same.
Absolutely. Now, as you were making that transition and to, you know, let's talk about, you know, actually quitting the corporate gig. What was that like?
So it was very difficult. Of course, the whole train of thought of, right, financially, how am I going to make this work? I mean, let's be real. I live in San Francisco. It's one of the most expensive cities in the United States. It's not the most, the Bay Area. So how is that going to work? husband actually at the same time quit his job because we both worked in the city. However, he still works, in the corporate life, as supporting, helping me through this. But eventually our goal is to together, right, take this on a world mission. But yes, absolutely, this transition, it was not easy. And it's still, right, the journey of entrepreneurship, right, on Facebook and social media, it seems like sunshine and roses. But if you think about it, and this is what truly helped me, it's just like nature, right? We go through cycles, right? We go through cycles of life, rebirth, right? In the winter, everything dies. In the spring, everything is reborn. And that's in essence how we are evolved as human beings, right? We shed away things that no longer serve us, whether they're stories, whether they're jobs, people, relationships, and then in essence we are reborn. And that's what has really helped me continue through this path, right? Because there's a lot of forces at play, but I think it's important to always have a grounding practice, and that's what I personally go through every single day, and I teach my clients how to have this grounding practice to have stillness within, even when the outside world is chaos, right? When you are strong at your core, it doesn't matter what happens outside of you, you are strong within yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys, so we're going to hang tight for one moment. When we come back, we're talking more with Jessica, and we're going to talk about how she found her voice and how she made her niche. So you guys hang tight. We'll be right back. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping. Why not make it comfortable with Casper? Ash Brown here from Ash Said It Daily. Casper products are cleverly designed to mimic human curves, providing supportive comfort for all body types. When I'm touring around the world, there's always one important detail missing: my Casper bed. I can't wait to get home for a restful night's sleep. There's nothing like it. The experts at Casper work tirelessly to make a quality sleep surface that cradles your natural geometry in all the right places. The prices are affordable because Casper cuts out the middleman and sells directly to you. They're all designed, developed, and assembled right here in the U.S. Don't forget about Casper's 100-night risk-free Sleep On It trial. Get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/ash and using ASH, ASH, at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Get your Casper mattress for a restful night. Visit casper.com/ash. Promo code ASH. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. Today we're chatting with Jessica Silverman. Jessica, after you grasped that courage to do that big thing and, quit that corporate gig, how did you find your niche?
That's a wonderful question. So that actually took me some time. So I'll be real, I had a coach myself, right? So I always believe every coach needs a coach. Went through the whole coach training school program, right? Who am I and who do I serve and all of that. And for some reason, all of that work was stifling to me because I was banging my head against the wall that I had to have this one-line pitch, right? Or this profound title that would tell the world, right, who I am and what I do. And what I realized over time, right, and it probably took a good year or so, really of getting to know myself. And that's something that I teach all my clients as well, is that as an entrepreneur, you are putting yourself out there as an extension of your own personal story, right? It's an extension of you. Yeah. And so if you don't know who you are and what you stand for and your own personal values and alignment with yourself in the world, what your place in the world is, then you're spreading that energy, right, to other people. So I really took a whole year getting to know myself, right, doing the soul work, journaling, meditating, getting still. A practice that I like to do that's very tangible and is exciting that I do a lot of my clients is to just make a list of all the things that you love. So basic things: movies, podcasts, music, television shows, colors, numbers, things that you're attracted to, because they're not coincidence, right? Everything that you are attracted to is related to an experience, right, of your life, and all of that collectively pieced together tells your story. Yeah. Right? So it's hard to actually think about your story, or what niche do you want to nail of your story, right? Because for me, my story is so dynamic, and I was always struggling with the concept of, well, what do I teach? Well, really, I teach people how to connect the dots, right? How to see how each of their life's events, whether it's good or bad, right? Good and bad things happen in our life, but it's all for a purpose. And how to really see why we're attracted to certain things. What do we love? you can really start to crystallize and see the puzzle take shape. It's really a beautiful experience.
Yes, it sounds amazing. So,
Mm-hmm.
with all of this experience under your belt, what would you say has been your proudest moment when it comes to your business?
Ooh, that's tough. I feel like I experience that on a regular basis.
Or what's the first that comes to mind? What's the first instance that comes to mind?
I think the thing that really comes to mind is I have a client I've been working with for a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
She is an incredibly beautiful soul, but there was a moment when she said to me on one of our calls, so she has fibromyalgia, has struggled with it for many years, is a victim of spousal abuse in the past. Thank God she's in a beautiful marriage now, but still harbors a lot of that from her past. And one day she told me, because of you, I still have flare-ups, right? The fibromyalgia is still there, but I can get over this within minutes, sometimes hours, versus months and months of pain that used to last in the past, right? Before that we started working together. And to that warms my heart to know that I can help somebody not only internally, but externally to work through illness, to work through pain, because that's all a manifestation of our experience and our thoughts. And so to really connect, again, that mind-body connection to help her heal is truly, truly a shining star in my business. So.
Last but certainly not least, Jessica, I have a lot of listeners, a lot of supporters that are where you were when you were in your corporate gig. A lot of them are stuck in a corporate job. They've got children. They've got car notes. This is going wrong with the house or whatever. Life is happening. And they don't know how to find their voice. They don't know how to find their niche. And what advice can you offer to those people that are lost in a job? They're in the rat race.
So that's a fabulous question. So actually I don't know if I mentioned this, I started delving into this while I was still working. So I started sharing my story. And I think that is the most beautiful way and the easiest way to start learning, right, who you are, is to start thinking about your story, right, from the very beginning, right? Who were you as a child? How did you evolve? And how did the world shape you, right, with these stories that you've acquired over time into who you think you should be versus who you truly are, right? And it's actually the module in one of my courses the first week is called Your Childlike Spirit, right? So igniting the things that bring you joy, right, to this day, that now you say, you know what, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, right, I've got all of these other things going on, I just can't make it work. But also knowing that you can start with as simple as 10 minutes a day. And that's what I did, right? Even with my 3-hour commute and working 12-hour days, I would find these pockets of time. I even had a journal at my desk where as, I was moving through these emotions that I was going through at work, I would write them down. Right? That would help me internalize everything that's going on in my head and getting it out on paper. It's almost like an immediate activation and release of that monkey mind that you're going through to help you understand, right, what it is that you're going through. And then from there, piecing out, well, what did I love and how can I get back? Right? In essence, it's still there. It's all within you, but it's a way of shedding these layers of life that you've acquired to getting back to who you truly are, to what you truly love, and how you can use that to make a difference in the world.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much, Jessica. That is an amazing work.
It's been fun.
Also, we appreciate you, Jessica. Let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you and to follow you on social media.
Absolutely. So my website is mozenwellness.com. I nurture my community on Facebook, so that's the best way to stay in touch with me, actually on a daily basis. I post pretty much every day, and that's bit.ly/MozenWarriors. The group is called Alive with Jessica Silverman. So I think about the spirit of who I was versus who I am today. I've come alive. And that actually something as well. It stands for Alignment of Love, Inspiration, Vitality, and Energy is what the Alive acronym stands for. And I'd also like to offer your listeners a free gift. So you're wondering, wow, this is inspiring, right? How can I put this into action today? I have a 7-day challenge for you that's absolutely free called the Alive Challenge. And that link is bit.ly/Alive Challenge.
Awesome sauce. Well, thank you so much for that, Jessica. I didn't even know you were going to give away stuff. We all love stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. Alrighty, so we appreciate you guys so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.